let's get straight to the point. I'm here with Travis, and we're going to do just that. This one, we're going to talk about what, Travis? Prepping your bird to get sent
just
to
shot a
Texas.
duck.
You just shot a duck. We're sent to
A
the
goose.
taxidermist. A goose.
And you want to get it mounted. You're in the field.
You're too straight to the point. You're like, can't even speak.
First, you see the bird. Then you kill it. Then you go pick it up or let your dog pick it up. Don't let your dog maul it.
Don't let your dog eat it, please.
Your bird's still alive. Do not wring its neck. Your taxidermist will hate you. And he may not even mount it for you. Because you may decapitate that thing, right? Or tear it. And the neck is one of the most fragile areas of a bird and the hardest to keep from ripping.
There you go. Okay. Yes. What else do you not do?
You can use a finisher.
Okay.
But a finisher is not a medieval torture device. So you don't want to stick it in there and basically make a holy head. You want to bend the bird's head, know exactly where you put it, right in the brain cavity, and insert the finisher and roll it around a little bit. But you don't want to make a hole the size of the Grand Canyon. Once again, the skin of the head tears very easily.
Okay, but this is not going to cause you problems down the road. Can you give people a suggestion on how to, if the bird is not all the way dead yet, on a different way to end their life?
You can take your thumb and probably, depends on the girth of the
pointer
duck,
finger and your
pointer finger and your middle finger. Go underneath the wings, right where you feel those joints. Go down a little bit and squeeze. Right?
No, not right there.
Don't you go underneath the up underneath the back of the wings and squeeze?
Oh, yeah. I guess that's how you look at it. I'm thinking their wings are already tucked. They're like,
no,
see if they're
you get their wings out, right? I mean, you can expand them. How do you do it?
It's literally right here. Like, I just grab on either side of their spine on their back and squeeze in. You can feel their spine and their backbone. I just squeeze and it dips right over top and then it squishes in.
So basically, you're reducing their ability to expand their diaphragm.
You're making that sound terrible. But dude, about a minute.
Yeah.
I mean, same thing.
I've
right?
also
closing off their lungs.
What I've also done is on my marsh seat is just basically take the palm of my hand, stick it right on their back, and push down and just hold it. It's very, very.
Nobody likes doing that.
No.
Like, even talking about it's like,
yeah.
But like, if you had a trophy bird, you're wanting to mount this bird. You
just grab your 12 gauge and blow it away. I mean, but you're not going to get it mounted.
And that's the thing is like, is that not less brutal? You know, like, but it just sounds like suffocating something. It just sounds kind of terrible.
I don't know how else you're going to kill it.
Yeah, but like, is stick it in the back of the head with a ice pick any better? You know what I mean? I don't know, but no one wants to. Like, if you're a hunter, people think hunters are crazy and like try to want to torture. It's like none of us hunters.
Anything.
No,
you want to make a clean kill.
I will tell you this though. Yeah, the clean kill is the best option. But if not, I feel like, and I use this all the time now. I have used the head crunch. They say you can get sick from doing that. I know you can because I've heard of people getting sick. Like whatever's in their feathers.
Yeah. Come out of a sewer pond.
Yeah, right. Seriously. But if you just reach over the top of their spine, it's a bird that you want to like possibly send.
You're not going to do this to every bird. If it's a bird you don't care about, wring that thing's neck, put it out its misery as fast as possible.
Exactly. So
this is only a bird that you're going to mount.
So I think what I really want, the biggest thing that I think people are doing after they kill it. Okay, so I guess so it's dead. It's in their pile now.
Yes. Do not throw it in your pile.
Okay. Why is that?
So heat. Basically, as soon as you shoot it, bacterial breakdown starts immediately, right? Tissue breakdown, degeneration. So the first thing you want to do is get it in the coolest place possible to stop that progression of bacteria. So if you have like a blind bag, wrap it up in a jacket, something where it stays as cool and out of the sun as possible. If you're in the sun, just get it in a cool spot. And then what you want to do is when you're done with the hunt, don't throw it in there with the rest of your birds, let your dog play with it, pile a bunch of your stuff on top of it. Try to keep that bird as nice as possible.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to break feathers, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep it as nice as you can. And then once you get it home, what I would recommend is I go to the 98-cent store and I buy their 5-gallon plastic bags, right? If you know you're going to want to get a bird mounted, just go there and get it before season starts. Do not leave the bird sitting on your kitchen sink for 2 days before you decide to freeze it. When you get home, put it in a 5-gallon plastic bag. What I would tell people is to take a wet paper towel, get it wet, wrap around the feet, and maybe wrap one around the head. You can even put like a cotton ball in its mouth so you don't get blood everywhere. And then tuck the head underneath the wing and put it in a 5-gallon Ziploc bag.
I don't know why this is always a Strovers.
I don't know either. But put it in a 5-gallon Ziploc bag and freeze that thing.
Travis, if I do it...
This guy's over here trying to touch my microphone.
No, it's like I get it where I want it.
It's in my personal space.
And then you put it in your mouth. It just needs to be like in front.
I don't know, okay? I got big lips.
Somehow yours keeps...
It moves. I don't know. Can you hear me? Are you out there?
We can hear you.
So straight to the point.
Yeah.
So get home, cool spot, 5-gallon Ziploc bag, get it in the freezer, and then get it to your taxidermist.
Wait, you can't put it in a pantyhose? You don't like that?
Pantyhose is bad because what I have seen is when you go to unthaw it, the pantyhose, if it's blood, sticks to the feathers. You know, you get somebody that's like in a hurry, whatever. It's just not good. And the main thing, please, 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 do not put it in shrink wrap. When you or vacuum seal, when you suck that out, those bags, it goes on the feathers, and I've seen where actually does an imprint of the bag in the feathers and crinkles them, and you can't get that out. So you just pretty much ruined your bird.
What about wrapping it in newspaper?
I've done that in the past, but if you're going to get it to the taxidermist right away, that may not be as big of a deal. But if it's going to be in storage for 2-3 years, I wouldn't put it in newspaper. I think it's easier to freezer burn.
Okay. How long can you store a bird?
I would say it depends. A smaller bird is going to freezer burn faster than a bigger bird. It seems like to me, what I've noticed. But I would say 2 years, 3 years max. Something much more long. I mean, if you know what you're doing and you know how to skin a bird out, you can skin a bird out and freeze it in a solid block of ice, and it'll stay that way indefinitely, like a woolly mammoth. But nobody's going to freeze a whole duck in a block of ice.
Yeah.
Your
You
wife's
could,
gonna hate
though.
you.
If you want to and you have the space,
you could, but your
that
wife
would work,
hate
right?
you.
It lasts forever.
Take up half your freezer. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And to get it to stay fully submerged would be tough.
Yep.
To freeze fully submerged because they want to
it'll
float.
float up to the top. But straight to the point. Get it cool as fast as you can. Get it in your freezer as fast as you can. Get it to your taxidermist as fast as you can, and cause minimal damage if humanly possible.
I went blank. I was going to ask you another question. I mean, what if a bird shot up pretty bad, but it's like a once in a lifetime?
Once in a lifetime?
Yeah, like you just
don't
do what you gotta.
Don't expect
Perfection.
Somebody told me one time is that you cannot take dog mess and turn it back into dog food. So sometimes your mount is only going to be as good as what you give them. There's only so much they can do.
Yeah.
You can hide a lot of stuff, but don't expect to blow a bird's wing half off and expect your taxidermist to do a flying pose.
Yeah.
You know,
you got to be willing to work with them.
You got to be willing to work with them.
Because they'll tell you, right?
Well,
Usually.
Here's the thing, though. What's happened to me sometimes is you get a bird and it's frozen. I can't tell what its wings look like. They're tucked in.
True.
And I mean, I've skinned out birds that look like they look like a cheese grater. I mean, there's holes all in them, you know, and you spend forever trying to sew this thing up. And you're like, I hope I can save this thing because they literally have blown it to shreds, or their dog has mauled it.
And sometimes people don't realize how bad they are, though. They don't even have the concept, like,
because you just see feathers, right? But underneath those feathers is skin, and the skin.
So, do you have any suggestions for them? We'll end it here to, like, when you're looking at a bird to decide, just open up the wings and kind of look at the primaries, the secondaries.
Open up its wings and see if the feathers are all blown apart.
Mm-hmm.
Don't expect to have a flying mount with half the primary feathers.
So really,
off.
if you want to mount it, take a good look at the bird. So mentally, when you take it to the taxidermist,
you want to look like it got hit with one BB. It's optimal, right?
Right.
And
but if it's a trophy, then you're gonna have to be like, okay, I'm gonna be flexible and just like, hey man, this right wing's tore up.
Yeah.
Just so you know, when you unthaw it and clean it out, the head's kind of like got some big gaps. Whatever you.
Yeah, you might want to go with a dead mount option, right?
Yeah.
You can hide stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. If you just want to get it on, you want to get it on the wall, right? Because it'll preserve the memory.
Yeah.
But don't expect some crazy mount when you got a bird that's destroyed.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, hope you guys enjoyed another straight to the point episode. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you, Travis.
My pleasure.